So we will go dive into this when we get out, which means I could use this time to prep my spreadsheet. I used a spreadsheet for this last time, and I really think that's super helpful. We need neutral good. We need neutral good. Neutral good. Y or O? Let me see what's going on. No, I need O. Okay. So I need the best possible neutral good formation to get through 901. We need 2 tanks, so we're going to put Evelyn up front. So I would do Evelyn and Tyrrell. There. DPS. Is it Farida DPS? Could be Kent. I could go to DPS. Sure. DPS. And then it's sad we don't have Virgil in this kit. But, we needed a tank. So then we would do Freely. Oh no, we would do Gosrick. We would do Gosrick. And Presto and Bruner, maybe? No, hold on. Let me leave here for a second. Ariza. By. We would try Sugar. Certainty. And yeah, Bryn. I'm thinking Bryn would be the. Okay. Which means if I am doing Brunner, Presto, Kent, Certainty, Evelyn, Gosrick, Eternal, Ariza, and Vi, then the first time through neutral good has to be, it's going to have to be a Sergeant Knox tank with a Farida DPS, with Mahen, of course. And Virgil, and it's me, MON, and Mel. Yeah, that'd be fine. That should be fine. Okay. No. Right. Everyone else doing the unlock today? I mean, I'm going to be doing it here once I finish this. We're almost done. So, I think if you did clockwise through the Great Wheel, at launch in its hard version, I think you're fine because that basically was this restriction. I think they just messed up. That was this restriction. The only thing that's changed is the click damage fire breath potion thing. So, what I need to see is champions can't be removed. Okay, so I need to make sure that my what I did not want to happen. I need somebody that is not. Wait, that shouldn't. These shouldn't have been allowed in. Oh no, it's a free play. It's a free play. She's fine. Okay, lawful good. I'm like, did I go into the thing? No. All right. Lawful good, and this is chaotic good, so it's fine. Okay, I just wanted to make sure my seat 1 wasn't going to auto load. All right. Here we go. Twice through the... Oh, why does that keep getting a network error? All right. Twice through the Great Wheel, folks. Twice through the Great Wheel. So this is basically the same restriction that Clockwise through the Great Wheel had, except they've added the click damage and fire breath thing. So it's the original restriction, which is fine. We did that. So I don't think we're going to have a problem doing this. Why does it keep... Oh, well, I'm going to lose my preview on stream because it keeps erroring. Twitch is having issues. All right. Away we go. Away we go. Okay, so starting off without anyone in the formation, I'm closing down. I'm not letting anything auto-load. We are going to do Nayeli. I built this last time. I don't even need... You know what? We're going to go Nayeli and we're going to go Drizzt. And we're going to call it a day. We're going to see if that's enough. We're going to see if that's enough. And just to make sure, I mean, look, we're going to go speed. We're going to go... we're going to go health. We're going to go gold find. We're going to go damage. I've got them. I'm going to use them, but you don't have to. Can't use fire breath. It's not going to work here. So, all right. So here's where only having 2 champions would be a problem. Who else do we have? We have Celeste. We get to run Celeste. Okay. So this is there's that experiment toasted. There's that experiment toasted. Yes. There we go. Okay. Let's try again. Now we have healer. The first time I did this, I had 5 champions in the party. But I want to see if we can just do it with a really minimal number. I know, Delcoon. I just did, and a moment ago, I already pre-built my end team. I already did that. I have already. I already know what I'm doing. But yeah, you do have to go 50 more areas, but that so you rotate back to a full neutral good team. You don't need a full neutral good team the first time around because you're just going from 100 to 200. So, but plenty of leftovers for me to work with. All right, I'm adding more speed because we gotta go a ways. We gotta go a ways. But the key to this variant is making a spreadsheet. Using the champion search and making a spreadsheet beforehand. Just go into the free play of it, of whatever, what is it, Titan on the Town. And then use champion search to, one at a time to build out a spreadsheet that you can then follow. And do it in reverse order. Like start it, since the goal here is 950, you want to start it with the group that's from 9001 to 1000. That's neutral good, right? You build out your strongest neutral good team, and then you work backwards. And you build out your strongest lawful good, and then lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic neutral, chaotic good, and then suddenly you're back to neutral good again. But you only have to clear area 100 to 200, so you can use your leftovers. We're going to be using Sergeant Knox, Farida, Mehen, Virgil, Imoen, and Melf. There should be more than... I mean, that should just wreck 200. Just like right now we're using Naeli, Celeste, and Dritz. And honestly, I have E150 damage. Ridiculous. We could use fewer in some of these. We really could. The challenge is going to be when we get up into like the 600s and 700s. Before we were riding some fire breath, and now we're not. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. And that's where the bonus of being able to use neutral champions, which, if you want to think of it, is either neutral or true neutral, as it used to be referred to. There are wild cards, and I have not pre-built any of them into my formation, because if I get to a place where I run into trouble, that's when I want to use my wild cards, and I want to figure that out when I get there. Now the challenge is, do I have enough damage in my, area 950 group to clear it? And Shaka's in that group, which is RNG, so we're gonna see. No, Pranali, that was, you're thinking clockwise through the Great Wheel. And that is not what we're doing. We're doing twice through the Great Wheel. Clockwise through the Great Wheel is the variant that came out last Wednesday that they changed and made easier. This is twice through the Great Wheel. This is the hard version. This is the restriction that it originally was last time. Because what they did is they screwed up and they put this restriction in the regular variant and not the evergreen. And so the evergreen version is the hard one. You can only use champions for 100 areas. So the idea of twice through the Great Wheel means you did it once in clockwise through the Great Wheel, and now you're doing it again. It's not what people kept thinking, oh, where are they going to change it so it changes every 50 areas? No. They just mean we went through the Great Wheel once, it's time to go through again. That's why I said people need to chill on their concepts of what the variants are going to be, because until you see it, you don't know. You're giving yourselves headaches that were unnecessary, in my opinion. Ooh, that Demi-Lich. The Demi-Lich has a heal. Interesting. I remember people said that last time, but I didn't have to deal with it last time. We just wrecked it. We just Ralphed it. Well, I think counterclockwise could still be the third variant, right? Because this is just the second variant at this node. Clockwise through the Great Wheel, twice through the Great Wheel. They could do a thrice through the Great Wheel, but I feel like counterclockwise through the Great Wheel would be interesting. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, hey, looks like we made it. All right. Okay, now we are back. Now, I like to go all the way back. Obviously, I like to go all the way back to Area 1. Now, this is going to be our neutral good group, but not our best group. Our second best group. So this is going to have Sergeant Knox, Farida. No. Mehen. In his best dad outfit. Because of course. Virgil Imowen. It's me, Imowen. And Melf. Okay, so I need to remind myself of how Imowen works. I don't know. We're gonna beast slay. Imowen's my weak spot here. I don't use her enough to remember. Adjacent champions. Okay, so that means I do need to move. I need to move him back. It could be in any of these formations. This is fine. This will be fine. This will be fine. You know, I could have brought Havilar in, but I don't care. I don't want Grumpy. And we're going to do Shield Wall, and then we're going to do Dark One's Lock. And then Attack Speed. And damage. Damage instead of speed. Okay. And away we go. And we're already at E202. So yeah, we're going to rip right through this. I did not need all of these. I want to be clear. I didn't need all of these, but I've already pre-built my final neutral good formation. These are leftovers I wasn't going to use anyway. They're leftovers I wasn't going to use anyway. So the thing is, if I would have used a Farida for the final group, then I would have used Mahen to bring Havilar in. But I didn't need to here. We're fine. We have a tank. We have a tank. Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely destroying things. This shouldn't be. I mean, the damage is ridiculous. Yeah. Of course, this is being helped out by my fully supercharged, almost fully supercharged, fully asterisk supercharged speed core. It's the fast core, and it's got lots of red in it now. So this one isn't supercharged, and this are fully supercharged. This one isn't fully supercharged, but everything else is. Everything else is. Everything else that has a supercharge, I should say. Yeah, it's red now, so it goes faster. Exactly. Exactly. I saw the conversation about Jefferson Airplane into Jefferson Starship. Pranali said, didn't they also have a third name? I believe the progression is Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, Starship Troopers. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That's my understanding. Okay. Now, with Chaotic Good, we're bringing in the big guns. Briv. We're gonna Wolfguard. We do not need this many, but we're gonna do this anyway. He actually, in this incarnation, he's shorter. Carlock. Gotta have her in here. Come on. Come on. Caddy Bree. All the way in the back. Caddy Bree. Esmeralda.
An ally is miraculous.
Oh, Lediath and crew, welcome. We have started our second run through the Great Wheel. And then we're going to Shandy. We're going to Strix. I was just like, I want to burn everything. We're going to Penelope. And, and we're going to Beetle and Grim. Okay. This is way more damage than we need. This is overkill, I want to be clear. But I'm not going to be using them after this at any point. So, just smoke them while you got them is how I look at it. Yeah. The original name was Jefferson Dirigible. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, there's no reason to hold Carlock back. There's no reason to hold anyone in this group back. Like, we can throw all of these at it because we're not getting to Chaotic Good again. Because this is just, this is the base unlock, Wren unlock, 950. So we'll never be around to this portion of the wheel again. So, the first two I used minimal because we're coming back to those two alignments. Did I? Oh, it is on random. Okay. We have a Ganon, I just don't have it. Yeah, Worm Slayer. All right. Yeah, that's why I don't have it. Okay. Talon get one? Talon doesn't have any skin. Talon's content creator must not be interested in making skins for Talon. Making skins for Talon. I mean, look. Talon and Havilar get all the outfits. For reasons. For very valid reasons. Yeah, I mean, look at the damage here. This is ridiculous. But again, we might as well burn them because we're not going to need them later. We're not going to need them later. The key here is, again, and again, for those of you who just came in, when I pre-built, I have a spreadsheet, and when I pre-built the formations, I did not use our wild cards. Our wild cards are neutral champions. I only stuck to the champions of the specified alignment. So if we run into a situation, because there are a couple formations coming up where we do not have full groups. In fact, there's one after this. We don't have full groups until we hit 800. So we'll be using minimal groups, and if we run out of damage, then we'll be adding neutral champions. And so we want to save those wild cards for when we actually need them. Okay. Oh yeah, everybody. I know. Hold on, wrong button. I'm like left arrow, wrong left arrow. Okay, now we're back. Back again. Okay, now, Ayla, bank it up. Tatiana, join in on the fun. And then we're gonna Yorvin DPS. Where's Yorvin? Yorvin. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming. Paulton support? What? Wild. Whittle. Thriss. Who else? Oh my gosh. And going real old school. Avon. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, we need to figure out where the... Guess that's where I'm gonna... Yeah. Like that. Okay. Sure. And we're gonna do Eldritch Claw Tattoo. Oh god, did I even chaotic neutral? So we want neutral. You always match with that first one, and then you always go sturdy mirror. Here we want non-adjacent, so Velvet Touch. This, I don't even know. Hold on. What's his strength? Okay, that makes sense. And then here we're going additional secrets. And away we go. Yeah, dropping E300 damage, and we're not even tanking anything yet. All right. All right. So yeah, even with not a full group, we're still going to be fine. We're still going to be fine. The next one is the challenge for me. I have 5 champions that match the alignment specified, one of which is Warduke. And Warduke would be the only tank. So it's the only split where I'm forced to use a tank that hurts my brain. I wish they were Onyx, you know. Hey, Marcos. Excuse me, we're going to be using more duck. That's right. My bad. My bad. Oh, hey, Maxie. Yeah. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. We started a little late. We'd be further, but we had to wait for them to patch in the fix. So I was doing the other variant they dropped here today first. No worries. Yeah, I did it. I had forgotten to do my time gate over the weekend. I had opened it late though, so it was still open. So I did that in like 10 minutes or less. I did not go to 2000. Obviously, I cleared the 2 adventures and the variant, and that was in then veiled, and that took like 9 minutes. I think. Well, the variant didn't restrict out anything, so I had all my speed champions. So it was just super fast through everything. I didn't try to get favor or anything. I went to 50, then I went to 75, and then I went to 175, and we were done. And we were done. Yeah, it's more just lots of speed. It's more about lots of speed. Although, again, I was showing off a minute ago. I did repipe my core on Monday. This is my fast core now, and all but two superchargeable things. This is at 475, so this one's close to max, but there's no way to get it to max, I don't think. There might be. And this one's at 250, unfortunately. But yeah. So everything else is maxed out. Oh, Nerfy 9 jump. Lediath did the math for me to go to 9 jump, and I think the math, if I recall the math correctly, if I were to earn 5 million gems a month, so at that gem earning rate, 5 million, that would be my goal. It would take 31 months. 31 months. Now it might speed up a little later on. If you then switch from a 4 jump to like a 7 and an 8 jump strategy, might. But, who knows? I mean, what else you could do for the next 3 years? I don't know, play the game. Chasing 9 jump is really for people who are gonna when they're not who most of the time they're leaving their computer on when they go to bed at night, and it's they're doing the whole my computer is always grinding gems thing, occasionally completing content, but for the most part you're just grinding gems, and I don't do that. So all right, here we go. This is the hardest split for me, making a group, because it involves the duck of doom, war duck. So let's see. We have War Duck and we have War Den also. We have Mr. Bailoff. And we have Voronika. Now she isn't going to do a whole lot, because I bet I'm not. Yeah, I didn't get any of these. So dispose of the fool. Isn't going to matter. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Oops. Yeah, that's a fire. Go. 500%. Yes, we want that. Okay. So here we go. This is all right. We're getting 4. I think that's all of them. I think that's all 4 that we have. Now we're doing E200 damage, which is good. It's not the greatest situation for everybody in the back, but we're doing stuff. It's much easier, folks, to get to 4 jump. I want to be clear. 4 jump is 3,626 item levels on a golden epic. 9 jump is 127,626 item levels on a golden epic. You literally just add 124,000 item levels to get to 9 jump. That's why it takes so long. It's so much more than 3,626. So if the thought of that freaks you out, like, it's okay. I get it. When you say you started reforging, I hope that means you just reforged one item and now you're waiting a week. Or are you talking about you upgraded items today? Okay, good. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's 124,000 on one item. So what you actually need is basically like what 600,000 item levels to get there. 620,000. Spreading 1/3 for push, 1/3 for speed. Just kind of, I mean, I just, so the way I did it on my last one, and I really thought it worked out really well, was I got my speed champions up. Like Briv and Human were over 100. I think I hit like 150-ish on both of those, but I think I could have stopped at 100. And then I got the other speed champions that had item support up to 50, like average item level 50. And then I got my pushing team up to average item level 50. And then I was going to go back to the speed team and get those others up to 100. And then I was going to come back and do the pushing team to 100. And then I was going to go back and max out Human. And then start maxing out speed champs, specifically speed champions, because 100 average item levels on the pushing team would have been a lot of power. It would have been good for a while, because after that, really getting epics on things and then getting legendary effects on things would have been way more power than the item levels. Whereas putting those item levels into speed after the first average 100, it makes more sense to go into speed because you're then earning more item level, more gems faster, right? Hey, Niskus. Virgil is needy. Virgil needs so many item levels, so he's kind of like the last one. Virgil and Dynahair both are super needy. Of the champions that have an item level cap for their speed effect, Virgil and Dynahair want so much that it's totally okay to leave them. In my opinion, for last, honestly, like last, even meaning maybe you do Briv to 4-jump first. But I don't know. It's up to you, right? Honestly, I think the biggest return on investment for one of the biggest returns. I don't know if it's actually the mathematically biggest, but I feel like getting Diana to 50 average item levels and then getting both of her feats is huge. I feel like that's huge. Okay, coming up next, we go from, this is the chaotic evil group. We're going into neutral evil, featuring Lazaps and Blushi tanking. Oh no, that's this one. Oh god. Do I want a Blushi tank? You know what? We might have to take a look. I might change my mind. Here's the problem. This ultimately becomes an Archon formation. I'm going to hop into champion search here. So this is going to be neutral evil. And yeah, I think because we're going to end up with like Archon, Astarion. We need Zaps. I think we go. I think we single tank it with Lazaps. It's going to be challenging. I think that's why I just went Belushi before. you know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try this. This is a little different than what I had written down before and what we used before. So let's see what happens. We're gonna zaps. All right. This is actually going to be an Archon DPS, which personally I can't stand, but we're going to do it anyway. And now I got to do this one by one to figure out how to. Whose column she is. So she wants to be. Honestly, she wants to be up here, but. Let me remember. She just straight up buff, so she doesn't have an observe or a usurp. We're not going to usurp anything, so I don't have to worry about her for usurp. Okay, so let's get him up to usurp. So we're going to want to usurp. We're going to have to park somebody next to him. It's going to be Core. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. It could be her. But then we're not. Okay, so maybe we move up here. Maybe we do. Well, hold on. He's not going to be able to get the buff from there, which is fine. No, she's going to have to be like here. Okay. So we top, and he should usurp the top. He does. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. And then we're going to front. Shit. Yeah, no, that's fine. Does he usurp that? Did his dex just... It went to 16. That's fine. Okay. I don't think he usurps the dex bonus. I mean, he's trying to, but... Oh, he does. He usurped it off her. Excellent. Okay. It's the two directly in front of it, so normally he wouldn't get it. Excellent. Okay, this is working great. All right, and then Sasaspia is going to be... we always just do Spreading Spores. And then he's going to usurp that too. So we're usurping Samurai Training, we're usurping Symbiotic Infection, then Symbiotic Healing, and we're usurping Outflank. Okay. And he just does damage all champions. Okay, so that's what we got. This is what we got. My damage is we hit 194. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. How tanky is Lazat? Is the question. Want to build your Holy Trinity? But no, everybody can build the Holy Trinity. It's super easy. It doesn't need all the wild gear. It's literally just having those three champions. You get the emergent skins after they're removed from the shop. In wild offers for cash. Wilminator, welcome. Oh no! Oh, I've done that before, yes. I think we've all done that before. Hello, villain. Am I going to need to change away from the fast core? I don't think so. Our damage looks like we're fine here. This was one where I was holding off, like Alindra could have come in, Xeraphon could have come in, Zheng Sao could have come in, Rust could have come in. Jamila and the Dark Urge are there. So we had other options. We had some filler options if we need more power, but I don't think we're gonna need it. Nice by Jukir. The wild offer core you probably got offered was probably the Erois one. I don't think the Erois one is great unless you're gonna go, unless Lucius is your DPS. Like if you're gonna be using the Heroes of Erois, it's just outside of that. It's and if they wild offer it for like $10, that's a lot of that's 15 or 14 Modron cores or Modron chests you could get. For $10, that's a deal. But yeah. An absolute adversaries core. They could do that too, because they could have an end node add like a tadpole. I almost wish they would. I don't know how people would feel about this, but I almost wish they would take the Heroes of the Erois core and change it and rename it the Affiliated core and just change those buffs to be buffing the the affiliation with the largest number of people in the formation, right? And then you could use it with any affiliation. You don't use Electrums to gear Wren by Yoshikira. Come on. That's not a thing. Wren's an evergreen. Silvers. All those silvers you got are just fine. Okay, we did it, folks. Now, another smaller, smaller formation in the sense that we're not going to have a lot of champions here. We're not going to have a full group, I should say. Ball's coming in. Then Ursa's coming in. Human are coming in. More Human than Human. Aeon's coming in. And there we go. BBEG. Okay. So this is Sparta. No. This is a Lae'zel DPS group. Yes. This is Lae'zel DPS. And Lae'zel, because Lae'zel is not smart. We're going to go Eldritch Knight. silliness of this is that it needs to actually be. Front deck. And this is evil. And we're going pain. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I said, yeah, but the layout of the core is a direct reference to the logo for the Aroas actual play. Oh, well. Look, it's not my fault they made a bad core. They could salvage it. They probably won't. They'll probably just make an affiliated core at some point. Or maybe they won't. I don't know. They haven't really talked about how they would introduce new cores going forward. It was supposed to be like every third or every other season we were going to potentially get a new core, and now I have no idea. Now I have no idea. We do not need a core that buffs Duke Ravenguard's ultimate. It's already ridiculous. It's already ridiculous. Okay, folks, so this is the Lawful Evil group. Next up is going to be the Lawful Neutral group. We'll have the same number of champions. We got plenty of damage here. We're good. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it, villain. Welcome to the stream. We're going to have 2 tanks in the next one. It should be a really strong group, even though we don't have, we're only going to have like 7 champions. Oh, hey, we're there already. I really shouldn't put familiars down there in case it switches over to... I shouldn't. The Laura... Yeah, gotta stop doing that. Alright, so that could screw things up real quickly. It hasn't so far, I got lucky. Oh no, down here. Solis. Omen Draw. I'm stoked for Stokey in this formation. We got a Shadow Heart. We got a Birdsong, DPS, and a Duke Ravenguard. So, I think this looks something like this. We'll take this off in a second. I just want auto leveling it up for the moment. Yeah, we want Armor Shred. I don't think that matters. None of this matters. Duke, we want crit. We want a crit. Go for the more damage on the stun. Do this. I don't know. Person. Okay, and then This is this. Female and non-binary. Yes. Here is where we want to. I think it's this. Okay. Should do it. Yeah, E300 damage already. All right. How do we know there's going to be a wild offer storm in August? Did they announce it? Only lawful good and neutral good. So yes, lawful good and neutral good. Neutral good is your final formation. Lawful good is the second to final formation. So those you need to build out. The way I explain this is like I have a spreadsheet, and building out in reverse is the best way. Start with the final formation and build the strongest one you can. Then the next strongest formation, then your strongest formation for lawful good, neutral good, then lawful good. Then whatever your strongest formations are all the way up to the return to neutral good and lawful good. But those are area, 1 to 100 and 101 to 200. So those are easy to then throw filler in. Have I gotten about the best Lego stats we should push for? No, because it's subjective to how you want to build your formations. So I just list the legendary effects for each champion in their guide. Last formation for this, for the Wren unlock, is neutral good. Neutral good. You'll have to go 50 areas just from 901 to 950. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. So all of my formations will be here. I'm going to do this again on Saturday. Although normally I message Sean to have it unlock. Who am I going to message? I guess I'll have to message Taylor. Yeah, so far every group I've built is overkill for what I'm doing. And that tells me that you can do this without a full bench. I have every champion in the game. You can do this without that. Well, I mean, the more you have, the better. But, the fewer champions you have to field, the more power you're going to have on them, right? There is still a large power component. But, I think the only place we even came close to potentially having an issue was with Warduke. Yeah. So I don't think it's a big issue. I don't think it's a big issue at all. I mean, I used only 3 champions from area 1 to 100. I did Nayeli, Celeste, and Dritz, and that was just. I was going to try it with Nayeli and Dritz, but then the Beholder killed us. So Celeste with the heals came in clutch. But then I did 6 people for 101 to 200. I didn't need to use that many. Area goal is 950. Yeah, that's why I said, plan out your spreadsheet in advance. Make sure you do it in reverse. Make sure you have your strongest group for the neutral good. And I didn't put, in all of mine, I didn't put any neutral. Remember, these are my wild cards. Neutral champions are my wild cards. If I ever need more power and I don't have a full group, I can go looking for a neutral champion like Rust. Or, wait, I already have somebody from there. Xeraphon is neutral support. Valentine would come play here. Marilyn would come play here, right? So yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any problems with this. I just want to be clear because we already did this basically last Wednesday. We did we did this thing with these restrictions but I didn't have the. I think we were using a fire breath potion, but I don't know that it's going to matter. Okay, we're on to our second to last, the penultimate group. So here we go. Let me do this with. Yes, this variant is basically built for champion search. For champion search, so you can build your bench out. Here we go. Who did I have? In Barito, I had Barrowin. I had Strongheart. I had Neris. I had Keelik. I had Rhea. I already moved her. We had Crocs. I had Dynahair. We used Turiel and we used Diana. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Umberto, Barrowin, and we had Turiel like up here. And then I'm gonna say Strongheart's probably there. And yeah. Maybe something like this? Or do we need, oh, we need like them like this, maybe. Oh, no, that's not, I'm in the wrong spot. She doesn't do adjacent, right? She's just, okay. I don't use Dynahair a whole lot, but I think it's just, she just buffs. Con of 15 plus, okay. And guess what? The big hippo has Con of 15 plus. Okay. Champions that are Jays get +1, but I don't really care. I always do that. And he's got a beefy con, so we're going to go con, voice of resilience. We're going to go champions exactly 2 away. Tribute twice as much. Rhea's going to be maxed. It doesn't really matter which one we choose. We go with the 10, and then we do the 2 hours. Then we do more bees. More bees. Oh, he doesn't really work for this, but we didn't care. Yeah, greater blessing. Oh, I think the other one actually worked here. If we have a damage issue, we'll change it. And then spiritual weapon. And why is, I don't know. Okay, away we go. Away we go. But E400 damage. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Oh. Catch up in chat. Okay, Marcos. Since I don't watch their shows, I don't hear that. I wish they would just make those statements somewhere public where everybody could get that information. Yeah, you don't have to go look for it. It's fine. You can't. Well, with the ults, maybe sure, but we've got a full group coming up towards the end here, so we'll be fine. Oh, just destroyed that owl. Look at that. 404 owl not found. Owl not found. So coming up and building the spreadsheet last week helped us a lot because same restriction. They put it in the wrong place. So all I had to do was slightly adjust the spreadsheet I made last week, and I was good. And I was good. This is a pretty superb owl. The boss on this, yeah. Just tell them the owl flies away. It's not that it's dead. It's just it flies away when it's done. So we see how many variants you've done. Yes. Gorm, if you come over here to patrons, and then you click like you're talking about Elminster, you come over here and it'll tell you like Elminster patron variants completed. So if you click into each specific one, like here, I've got 343 Zerial ones done, right? And it'll even break down each of the campaigns. So it's in the collection. Oh, hey, we did it. We did it while we were on another page. Hey. Okay. Well, I mean, we completed that part. Now I need to build in my final formation. This is my final formation. Evelyn. Tyrrell. Up front. We're going to Kent. DPS. We're going to break out... oh, where is he? Gosrick. We're going to break out Gosrick. Support. We're going to pull the old Presto Changeo. We're going to bring Ariza out of retirement. We're going to go for Vi. In fact, we're going to level her up right now. Because we need to. For one of her abilities. Certainty drawn. And the one, the only, Brunor, Battle Hammer. Alright. Go there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one. In front of her, so we need to shoot through back here. And we want to go enter charisma. Either one is good. Okay. Fighting self protection, aka mom arm. Control weather. Wild rape. Effective flaming wings. And then effective party connection. Okay, and now we get to see what kind of RNG we get with Shaka. So, speed, that's not a speed champion. I got a male, a half elf. I am not a, he's not a half elf. Certainty is, so. Can't move her there. Yeah, we're not doing great here. We're not doing great here. But, you know, whatever. Okay. Dwarf speed mail. That. Yeah, we can do the easy one. All right. Boom. Away we go. Oh, for unlocking Elminster. Campaigns, overall variants completed. Here. Still in the collection, just a different place. Still in the collection, just a different place. Now, this is obviously a much lower DPS formation than some of our others. Oh well. But it is still well above the health of the enemies on these levels. We didn't even soft cap, which is kind of shocking because I do have a lot of favor here. I have E54 favor here. Which is a good amount. If I looked at the new Shadowheart skin, yeah, to your the Chibi Shadowheart. Look, when they give me a Chibi Carlock, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just be like, hey, hook me up with that Chibi Shadowheart. One of those two. Currently up to 4 of the Marvelous support pigments. Nice. What should I look at to choose what to put them on? So anytime you're like trying to figure out where to place general power, like a generalized power like that, I recommend that people look at like the champions that are in their Trials of Mount Tiamat group. If you're not there yet, just hold on to them. But once you're in Trials of Mount Tiamat, the groups you're using to push deep there are the ones you want to focus generalized power like that onto. And then it can go on any of their epics. And usually it's you want event champions as opposed to core or evergreen. Because generally your event champions are going to be the stronger champions. So yeah, if you're not quite to trials yet, then just hold on to them for now. They are a good buy out of the Thayan Enclave. They're kind of the best power to get. It's not wasted at all. It's just not quite to where you can use it. Is it worth it to get the shiny potion from the patron shop for the speed team? I mean, yeah, eventually. Well, yeah. You could rush it because it's going to make it faster. Oh, it's up to you. Obviously, any feats that are less expensive than it first. Any speed feats first. But. Did Havilar for a free time gate. Cool. Let's do all the 3 chess variants. There's 2 adventures. There's 1 variant. It's important to use the right terms. Is there any reason to do the free play for favor? Not really. Yeah, you can close the gate early and go back to what you're doing. The E54, I'm still on E38. I've been converting everything in here, every conversion. Every single conversion since this came out has gone to Turn of Fortune's Wheel. And I started in the like E28, and then I've been converting them since then. Working on 2 characters in each slot. Okay, so you're super new. Yeah. So it's fine. Yeah, just bank those pigments. Just hold on to them. You're good. Any standouts in the new variants? I don't know. Well, I haven't even looked at them yet. Blushi is not someone you can unlock anytime soon, Casca Airta. Blushi is a late game evergreen unlock. Well, mid game evergreen unlock. She comes from the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and that's if you're still working on two champions in each slot, you're a ways away from that. But having the mission unlocked and able to get. I don't know what that means. What mission? Like, are you talking about like this stuff? Because this doesn't mean anything. This is not. Don't look over here. Do not look behind the curtain. The actual scenario? I don't. How do you not? Okay, I'm confused how you got all the way there. How many champions do you own? There's like the Blushi unlock is difficult. If you've just kind of raced to try to get Blushi, is it possible? Sure. But you need a lot of champions. Because every so often one of them will get removed from the formation and you can't put them back in. Hey, I did it, folks. I have twice gone through the Great Wheel. Okay, yeah, I feel like, I mean, you could try Blushi. I have a guide for that. I would recommend maybe going and checking out my guide to Blushi. Oh, we're in an ad break. Dang it. Anyway, we finished, folks. Yay! Yay! Let's go to hell. Let's go to hell.